Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope everyone's doing well. So in my travel videos, I describe the places I've been, all the great things that I do, and I give some tips here and there that hopefully help people when they are setting out on their own adventures. And at times it may seem as though I've got it all together and I've got it all figured out and all of my travel goes smoothly, and that is so not the case. And so today, just for the fun of it, because why the heck not, I thought I will tell you a story of a time when things did not go smoothly for me. And I pretty much totally melted down on a public street in the middle of London with people staring at me. So this happened in December of 2022 when my younger son James and myself were traveling from Canada to South Africa to spend some time with my mom and my brother and, just have a bit of a vacation. We stopped in Europe on the way. We stopped for a couple of days in London, a couple of days in Paris, had some friends to see, places we wanted to go to, just some touristy things that we wanted to get done. So we flew from Toronto to Paris, landed in Paris, stashed our baggage at the luggage storage place they have. That is a whole other story, by the way, but that'll be another video for another day. We left our bags there and then we got onto an EasyJet flight from Paris to London. First day in London was absolutely fine. Everything went according to plan. Actually, just thinking about it, didn't go exactly according to plan because the tube station that was close to our hotel was closed, so we couldn't get the tube that we wanted to from the train station to our hotel. So we ended up getting a taxi. But apart from that, the day went according to plan. We met up with a friend and her daughter for dinner. Everything was great. Our hotel, great. No issues. Everything was good. The following morning, again, things went pretty much according to plan. We took the tube from our hotel to the London Eye. And we went on the London Eye. That was great, fantastic. It was a bit of a cloudy day, but I didn't even mind that. The views on the Thames and across London were still pretty amazing, even though it was an overcast day. So if you're wondering if the London Eye is worth it when it's not a clear day, the answer is yes, it is totally worth it. Do it, go. It is. No matter what the weather is, you will be treated to some really nice views. The next part of our plan, again, went pretty well. We caught the train from London to Liverpool to meet up with another friend of mine there. We spent the day up in Liverpool, had a really nice time. There was a Christmas market going on. We had so much fun hanging out with my friend. He had his partner with him and, it was a good time. Then we took the train from Liverpool back to London, and that, my friends, is when the shit kind of started hitting the fan a little bit. Apparently it snows in England like once a year. I don't know. That's what people tell me. They tell me it snows in England once a year. Guess what day it snowed? The day I was there. Like 364 other days in the year, but no, it's gotta snow when I am in London. Which in itself is no problem. I don't mind snow. I am Canadian. I am used to snow. And in fact, when I started to see the snow falling outside the train window, I was thinking, it's all good. It's only snow. It's really not a big deal. The issue is that England is not really equipped to deal with snow in the same way Toronto is equipped to deal with snow. So the transportation system went into complete meltdown. The train ride from Liverpool to London was supposed to be about 2 hours long. I think it took about 4 hours. It's like the last half of the train ride took forever. So then we're thinking, fine, no problem. We'll just get onto a tube and go back to the hotel.
Well, I guess we can all agree that's not going to happen.
That didn't happen either because pretty much the entire tube system was shut down. The line that we were supposed to be on wasn't running at all. Trains weren't even coming to the stations. The tube stations were absolutely jam-packed. And it's only the one tube line that goes to the station that we needed to go to. So we gave up on the tube, left the tube station, went back up onto the street. There was another tube station that was a little further away from the hotel, but we could have managed it. But we had to find a tube station close to us that serviced that line. So we were kind of walking around trying to figure things out. Snow is falling. Again, it's not a lot of snow. It's maybe, when all was said and done, there was maybe an inch or two of snow at the most. Really not a big deal. But this is all going against my plans. This is not how I've been anticipating the evening would go. Like, I wanted to do other stuff in the evening. time is running out. My plans are just going to absolute. And as an autistic person, I need my plans. I need my plans. And my plans were going out the window, and I was getting more anxious and more anxious and more anxious. And the more anxious I was getting, the less I was able to cope with, the fact that I'm walking around the streets of London in the snow, not really knowing where I'm going. My son, meantime, is being absolutely, he's calm, he's good. Like, he was being absolutely fantastic. And he is, coming up with us, well, like, why don't we go this way? Why don't we go that way? And he's reassuring me. He's going, Mom, it's okay. Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine. The more we're walking, the slipperier it's getting. And I wasn't wearing the greatest shoes. I wasn't wearing shoes that I would typically wear when it is snowing, because I wasn't expecting it to be snowing. I wasn't wearing snow boots. I was wearing just, like ordinary, like everyday shoes. And I was not prepared for the snow. So I start slipping. My son is like holding on to me for dear life, trying to prevent me from falling. Eventually, I just completely lost my footing. And I landed ass first in the snow. And I just lost it. I'm sitting there in the snow and I'm yelling. And my son is like, Mom, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Calm down, Mom. Calm down, Mom. The poor kid is having to deal with a grown-up having a complete, like toddler tantrum in the snow. Oh my gosh. And then eventually he had to pull me up because my shoes were just so crap that I couldn't even stand up without slipping again. So he's like leveraging me and getting me to stand up. Eventually I get up, and somehow we ended up at some random tube station that was actually, I think, the same one we'd gone to in the morning when we were going to the London Eye. But the tube wasn't running from there either. Like I said, everything was completely shut down. And we ended up calling for an Uber. And oh my goodness, calling for an Uber in London when it's snowing is not at all like calling for an Uber here in Toronto. Because like here you call for an Uber, 3 minutes later you get an Uber. That day I called for an Uber. It took about 10 minutes for a confirmation to come through on my phone. And then that one somehow got cancelled. And then it happened again. I think the third Uber that we booked took about maybe 15 minutes to confirm, but eventually it showed up. We must have been standing at that tube station trying to get an Uber for 40 minutes. I don't even remember what we did for dinner that night, because we got back to our hotel. It was close to 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, that was our exciting second day in London. The next day we had to fly from Gatwick back out to Paris. And again, that was a whole scenario because of the snow that had happened the previous day. So yeah, I don't always have it all together, you guys. I don't always have my wits about me. Things don't always go smoothly. But, somehow we get through. That's it for today. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you again soon. Bye.